Okay, part 2 of this analysis of Fugue in B flat major, first book of the well-tempered Clavier by Johann Sebastian Bach. I'm hating this chair. I will change it in the next video because it makes too noise. Now, we have now the subject in the upper voice, so fa, re, fa, mi, re, mi, fa, mi, sol, fa, mi. This point, so what's the right color for our subject, Riccardo?
Yellow.
Yellow, why?
Because there is the subject.
Exactly, it's the color we chose for the subject. This. And then, what do we have in our bass? What is this?
Is the answer.
Oh no, please, it's not the answer. This is our first counter subject. The orange voice. So we have our orange counter subject, now the bass here, featuring this melody. Ta 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 tac, 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 perfect. So la sol fa mi fa re mi or re fa, because we have the mi natural. Re fa mi sol, mi fa sol 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 fa mi fa sol 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 sol, and then instead of sol 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 sol, see we would have this way a 4/6 chord. Bach plays the final cadence. So with final cadence, the cadence 5/1, sol 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 do. Because as you can see here, in the upper voice, we have sol 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 sol. The subject continues staying still on the 5th degree. Of course, the 5th degree in the upper voice works well, but not in the bass. Because if we have this, it's a 3/5 chord. If we have this, 3/5, 3/6, and then 4/6, this is a dissonant chord. So we need the S, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Tac.
Tac, exactly. So mi, fa, sol, 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 do. Now, what do we have in the middle voice?
The color.
Mi, yeah, mi, do, mi, fa, re, fa, sol.
It's really
Right, the blue melody. So the second counter subject. And for this we can say that this fugue is a triple fugue due to our 3 subjects. So first subject, the main one in yellow, the second one in orange, so or first counter subject, and the second one in blue or second counter subject. So this is triple counterpoint, like triple chocolate but in counterpoint. It doesn't make sense, but it can be useful. So mi, do, mi, fa, re, fa, sol, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, sol, fa, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, sol, fa. And using solfeggio for this, learn solmisation. You can use fa, mi, fa, Tota, Musica. Join with the link to the description. Learn solmisation because it's very useful. And with solmisation, we have the same melodies in major with the same name, so you won't make any mistakes in transposing melodies in fugue. So as you can see here, look at our blue line. Mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, sol, fa. Mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, sol, fa. Now a 5th up, so in F major. Mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, sol, fa. Mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, sol, fa. This way. And then, now I'll play this part, so from Bach 13, 14, 15 and 16, and then I'll play what happens after this part. So we have this. What can we say? So what do we have here between these 2 bars and these 2 bars? What do you notice?
The progression.
Exactly, we have a sequence. So the second part is a step higher. So we have fa sol mi fa re mi fa mi re fa la sol fa sol mi fa re mi fa mi re fa mi fa mi re do re mi fa sol fa mi re mi do re mi fa sol fa mi sol fa. And so this is a step higher, minor and major plus minor. And it is very similar to another very important pattern we have in the Partimento Magic Box called the Monte. Monte, since we have the same thing repeated a step higher. The first time in minor and then in major and the second one in minor. But in the Monte we don't have differences between the minor mode. So we don't have a rule like in the Fonte where we need the minor part and then the major part. In the Monte we can have minor and major as we prefer. So we have the first part in major and the second part in minor. But it's not exactly the same transposition because there's a difference. Do you notice it? Can you notice it? Can you tell me what's the difference?
Una cosa.
The difference between this part and this part. Okay, it's a step. The second part is a step higher, but what's the difference? So
I don't know.
yeah, let's analyze the upper voice. Is the upper voice exactly a step up? Yes or no? Listen to it. Yes, the upper voice is still the right, the yellow melody, as you can see. Now I play the middle, the lower voice, the bass, and tell me if the bass is exactly a step up. Is the bass the transposition? Yes or no?
Yeah.
No. The bass features the blue melody.
Okay.
So we have now another inversion. The bass features the blue melody. So as you can see, this is in the middle voice in this point, and this higher step is in the bass. So we have an exchange between the bass and the middle voice, and so the middle voice here features what was in the part of the bass here. Okay. Very beautiful. How triple. So we have to this point the same material. We don't have something different. Bach only combines what we already have. So this kind of triple fugue is very easy to compose because when you build your triple structure, so if you want to compose like a fugue like this, start from this point. This is the beginning part. Then you only have to divide entries and to build sequences on this 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. Based on these 4 bars, you have the complete fugue. Remember from when you said to me, oh, I can see how if I can compose a little element, I already have all the fugue. Remember it?
Yeah.
Yes. This reason. If you have these 4 bars, you have the complete composition. So now, what do we have after this Monte? I play it. So we have the Monte. What is this? What is this?
Another progression.
Another sequence. And what's the harmony of this sequence?
To D minor.
Yes, exactly. Oh, but we are going to G major to G minor, so this is the 5th degree. D major, of course. Now, our question is, what type of sequence is this? What type of pattern? Is the pattern we have in the Partimento Magic Box? I hate this chair with the moment. I don't want any more this horrible chair. So the pattern is a 3rd down, 2 up. Since the bass plays this thing. This is the structure. So La, la, fa, sol, mi, fa, sol, la, re in G minor. So we have the third down, second up, third down, second up, third down, and second up. And so the structure and the melody is here we have a 5/6 chord, 3/5, so 5, 5, 6, 5. Then 3/5, 6/5, and then the sharp, of course. And all this is based on the continuation of the last part of the subject. So this part of the subject continues here with the Monte. So let's write the Monte. And then we have the same thing, a step down. And then another thing, a step down. And then another thing, a step down. Before, at this point, that is the beginning of a new episode in G minor, so to the relative minor key, this way. So, now let's play this part from this point, of course, and so let's highlight our elements. So we have this melody, it is the yellow continuation, of course, because this melody belongs to the subject. Then the melody in the bass is the beginning of the subject, as you can see.
Okay.
But inverted, mirrored. So instead of, for example, so we have 2 up, Giorgiana, 2 up, 2 down, 4 up, 6 down, and then 2 down, right? So here we have 2 down and 2 up, 2 down and 2 up, so the contrary of what we had here, 2 up and 2 down. Now we have a 5th down instead of a 4th up, and this is comprehensible since the 4th down doesn't work with this note. Since the chord here, the 5/6 chord, E flat, G, E flat, C requires the G. So for this reason we have a modification due to the harmony. 5th down, and then of course we have a 6th up. And here we had the 6th down, so the 6th up it's okay. Yeah, but a very interesting thing is that if we consider the answer, we have a 5th up in this point. So we can consider this inversion from the answer, so a 5th down. So it is coherent. 5th down, 6th up, and 2nd up. So it's basically the inversion. Now, this. At this point where we have the arrival point to B, so to D major, it is the 5th degree of G minor. Now let's play this sequence. So first of all with the harmony. And then as written down. And so now let's play the second part of this fugue from this point, or better from this point, bar 13 up to bar 21, before passing in the next step analysis of this fugue to the third part, so with a new episode in G minor. So then we have the new part. So, perfect. Let's continue in the next step of this video, analyzing the next part. Many times, composition is a game of combinations. You could be well acquainted with the greatest secrets of harmony, but if you don't know how to harmonize them, they are of little use. You might possess a refined skill in counterpoint, but if you don't know how to connect this magical ingredient, it becomes entirely useless. You might also know all the patterns of the gallant style, but if you don't know how to mix, blend and organize them, you are not unleashing their maximum energy. With a few simple and well-organized steps, you too can become a wizard in the art of composing through combinations. Thanks to the Partimento Magic Box, I've devised a highly effective system with which you can compose many pieces by combining the different ingredients of musical composition, much like preparing a magical potion or a delightful recipe. Discover all the ingredients, create effective combinations, and become a wizard of musical composition. Explore all the recipes on this page.